What's up, y'all? Let me get this set up. See, are we going here? We're going here. Come on. All right. Paul's life. Truck is definitely not fixed. Let a few people get in here and we'll talk about that a little bit. But why don't we crack open a drink first? Picked up a twisted tea, yo. We've got a few packages we'll get into. Just these three here. Well, a couple in a letter. We're just chilling, y'all. Figured I'd do a live tonight. I was gonna go on a bike ride, but I've kind of been waiting for some camera gear, and that stuff came today, which should be really cool. We've got a twisted tea half and half. My wife picked that up. Can I put it in here and not knock it over so it stays cold, baby? Try not to spill that in my cooler down there. Cheers. Richard from Tennessee, what's up? Fight the good fight. Well, I guess there's 170 something people in here. Why don't we get to the truck? So the truck. If you missed the community post, I finally figured out that we have a broken valve spring, and the inspection of the plug on that cylinder shows that the valve spring has hit the cylinder, has hit the spark plug. So it's like 99% chance that that has also hit the piston and probably broken or bent the end of the valve. So there's internal damage. Kind of the easiest thing to do would just be to swap in like a junkyard motor or like a reman or something. Depending on what it is, like I could upgrade. I have a 5.3. I could go to a 6.0 or a 6.2 liter. But I don't know. Like I'm kind of stuck in limbo here of do I throw another, multiple more thousands of dollars into that truck now, because it does have 217,000 miles on it. It is full of rust. Like the rocker panels are plastic covers. I can stick my fist through the bed sides underneath the fender flares. It's a really rusty truck. So I don't know. Kind of waiting back to hear from some people about different things on that and how we're going to move forward. But at this point, I'm also not rushing into making a decision on how we're going to fix this or how we're going to replace it or whatever we're going to do. So I don't know. It's a sign to get a van, Jason says. I mean, that is a potential. Maybe we'll go on that and let that sit. Maybe we'll get a new truck or a newer truck. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. Either way, it's going to be expensive and I don't want to pay for it. So we'll see what happens. But it might be time where I have to think what's the better choice, because I do need to be able to jump in whatever I'm driving and drive across the country or wherever I want to go and not have to really worry about it breaking down. And everybody that I talk to is surprised that the transmission on that truck has lasted as long as it has, because it has the 4L60 and those things are like known to just grenade at any point in time. So the fact that that thing has lived that long being lifted and having the cam and stuff in it, because it's been lifted for over 100,000 miles. The cam has probably been in there for close to 100,000 miles. Yeah, so it might be time. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Kyle the Killer, they are crazy expensive, and that's kind of the problem. And with what I wanted, with what I do, like I'm kind of stuck into a few specific trucks to keep doing it like I do, because I need a longer bed, and like 90% of the stuff on the market's 5.5 foot or a 5 foot bed. I mean, you can get a Tacoma with a 6 foot, but I prefer an 8 foot bed, and I prefer a 4-door truck if possible. So that means you have to go into a heavy duty truck, which means they are much more expensive. But that is what it is. Austin, I don't need to do a fundraiser. I just have to make a decision and live with my choices. Uh, Not that I want to do it, but yeah, they're all expensive. Rear engine shop. I've thought about a Suburban, and I have a line on a used one. I have not seen it, but uh, my mechanic is basically the one who said uh, that one would be a good one because he something he wants to buy. So yeah, get and go. Yeah, I mean that's also on my mind. But Suzanne, I don't know. I'm not a fan of any of the new Chevy trucks or like maybe the GM heavy duties, but I just don't really like the styling on those, to be honest with you. Victor 4x4 van would be cool. Those are also very pricey if you get something that's newer. And it kind of sucks because like Chevy doesn't make them anymore. The last year Chevy made the Express van and all-wheel drive was 2014. So uh, you have to find a really low mile one if you're going to drive a lot. I put a lot of miles on. So Kyle the Killer, I won't go with Dodge. That's probably the only thing I won't go. Like very slim chance. If I did, it would be a Power Wagon, but like they'd have to basically just give it to me. Like I'm not gonna. I had a 2001 Dodge Dakota RT, and it had the 5.9 V8 in it. It was a regular cab, short bed, little truck. Like I used to have a video of on here years ago, uh, and the transmission in that thing blew up at like 40,000 miles. So Waffles 84 throw a crate. Yeah, but like the rest of the truck is crusty, and that transmission on that thing is gonna go at some point. Like it's lasted 217,000 miles. I don't know if I'd trust it to go another 75 without a hiccup. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, and that's why I don't know what I'm gonna do. Right. 2024 Tacoma looks nice, but I don't like the engine options. Like the turbo engines are cool, I understand it, and the hybrid stuff, but I want a basic gas V8 or possibly a diesel. Like I don't want a turbocharged gas motor in a pickup truck. It's not my thing. So that cuts out a lot of stuff. Ford still offers the 5 liter in the F-150. Um, and then if you go to a 250, they have like I think a 6.7 gas now, 7.3 gas. I don't know if they still do the 6.2, and then they've got the 6.7 diesel. But Tundra, that's also a twin turbo motor for a newer one, for the new one, I guess, or a hybrid. So it'd have to be an older one, and the gas mileage on those things is atrocious. So if I'm gonna upgrade, the gas mileage has to get better too. Uh, Yeah, Dave, my truck gets like 12 to 14 miles to the gallon right now, and I have to run premium fuel in it because of the engine work and the tuning. So it costs a lot of money to go somewhere in that thing to drive it a long distance. So it'd be nice to get something that, could get 17, 20, or 22 or something like that. Get and go, it's a Twisted Tea. James 82, there's a new restaurant called Sickies. Is that the one that's in the old, is it Joe's Crab Shack that was in there? That's not, it was a Crab Shack? I don't know, there was a seafood restaurant right there, like right next to PF Chang's, if that's what you're talking about. I've been there once to that new place. I think that's the restaurant you're talking about. Short bus would be cool. But I don't have a daily driver, and I'm not gonna daily drive a short bus everywhere. I couldn't do that. That's a secondary vehicle. Um, George Thomas Ford Ranger, the bed size is too small, so that's not an option. Uh, if they don't offer like 6 foot bed or longer, and preferably I want an 8 foot bed. And if I'm gonna spend a lot of money, like I'm gonna get an 8 foot bed. I think. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. So if you guys can't tell, in general, I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. But the notorious one, greetings from Wisconsin. Just finished up your Jesse James birthplace video. Keep up the great work. Go, Pack, go. Thanks for the donation. I'm considering going out to Milwaukee for Harley's 115th anniversary. That's like in a couple of weeks. We'll see if I make it out there. No guarantees on that or anything. Random stacker, yeah, long beds are hard to find. That's kind of the conundrum. Like, if you don't just go and buy a four-door short bed truck, they're kind of hard to come by. You get if you want something specific, a four-door long bed, or even an F-150 with a four-door and a 6.5 foot bed. Like, you're lucky to find one of those on a lot somewhere. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, James, I've been to that restaurant, Sickies. K2 Crasher GX 470. I don't know if I'm classy enough for that. I still like having a truck. I mean, I like the idea of having something pass through, but I also like the fact that they're kind of separate too. I don't know. Victor, does my wife have a vehicle preference? I don't know if it would matter much. She doesn't like that it's whatever I have is usually tall and modified or low and loud. Like, she's not one for modified vehicles really, so everything is that I like is usually not her taste as far as vehicle goes. We kind
they're modified, they start fucking up.
she said because if they're modified, they start fucking up. But that's race car shit. You gotta have fun with it. The notorious one. Yeah, it might be out there. I went out for, and I've got the thing hanging on the wall upstairs. I want to say it was the 105th anniversary. Did we go out for the 100th Harley or the 105th? 110th? No, it was longer than 5 years ago, wasn't it? Maybe it was the 110th. I don't know. We rode out there on my dyno.
Are you sure this isn't the 120th?
No, it's the 115th, I thought. Maybe I'm tripping. Well, I'm not gonna look that up now. Anyways, maybe it is 120 years and I'm on the wrong one. But yeah, we went out for one of them already, so it's cool. Grady Cooper should have brought an 80cc two-stroke pit bike. Would have been way more fun. So if you guys didn't watch the last video, like the title and all that really didn't have anything to do with the video. I bought a pit bike and a little 110cc Honda dirt bike. So if that's interesting to you guys, check it out. We're definitely going to use that camping. There's places where around here where we can go ride, like there's trails and stuff. And Greg's got one, so that's definitely going to get incorporated to some of the camping videos. And the cool thing is, like, that bike is short enough now. I don't know if I put taller suspension on it, but I could fit that in the back of my truck with the topper and everything. It could go right in between my bed and everything because it's tiny. And you can literally, like, kind of pick it up and put it in there if you needed to. You basically could wheelie the front tire in and just set it in there. So, yeah, they're really fun. Paul's like, Jeep truck? I mean, there's the thing. If you go with something like the Gladiator, your bed is so short that you have to put a pop-up camper or something on the back, or you have to pull a trailer. Like, I can't sleep in that bed. And if you buy like a Go Fast camper pop-up, I think is one of the cheaper ones on the market. That's like $9,000. If you go with the four-wheel campers Project M, which is just it's like a bolt-on topper, but it's a pop-up. That's 10 or 11 grand. With taxes, you're at 12, so you got to add that on top of the price. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Lemonade Rub, yeah, the little pit bike riffs, dude. I love it. And I haven't been back over there to ride it since then. Hopefully, I can get over there this weekend. I kind of thought about doing it tonight, but right when Greg got off work, it started raining here, so that was not an option. Four-wheel drive van ride, crown over. I mean, that is kind of ideal, but I don't know, they're kind of expensive. And I can't, like, I don't like the looks of a lot of the new stuff on the market. Like, the Ford Transit van, don't like the look of them. Um, the Mercedes, they all kind of look the same. I just don't like the looks of those vans. Fight the good fight. I don't really want to drag a trailer around all the time to do what I do. And many times, you know, I go somewhere one night and then I move to another spot or whatever. So there's a lot of setup and takedown. I love the fact that I can literally just get in and out. Like I pick my step up. If I put all my junk away before I go to bed, you know, I don't know. The traveling aspect and the seeing different things aspect about the camping adventures that I do is what I like. And I know a lot of people are like, you don't stay at your campsite in the morning and do breakfast and all this stuff. It's like I'd rather go look at something and eat a gas station burrito, you know, get headed on down the road to the next cool thing, the next thing you can see. Life goes on. A Yukon or a Suburban would be cool. Random stacker. If I got an older van, it would be a Chevy. All right, let's pop open one of this first mail thing here. This is from Zig's Vids. I think it's Michigan. Chillin' Killin'. I haven't decided on anything like that yet. I mean, honestly, like most of it kind of depends on what it is, like, and what that's. I don't know. I don't know. It's like a shtika. No, what do we got here? Must be another YouTuber. Written reruns. I don't know what that is. What's up, Quady? Huge fan of the channel. I just want to start off saying thank you for the inspiration to get out there and do some solo camping myself. I started in January here in Michigan doing solo Jeep camping, and I fell in love with it the first time out. A little cold, but with a little buddy heater, it wasn't too bad. If you get a chance, check out my content, Zig's Vids. I had clothes stickers for my channel as well as my eBay store, Mitten Reruns. Keep up with the killer work, brother. Can't wait for the next episode. And have you tried Oberon beer from Bell's Brewery? I don't think I have. They've got it. It's a summer brew. Reminds me of Boston Lager. Very tasty. Ziggy from Zig's Vids. Thanks, Zig. I don't see what his eBay store is. Mitten. Did I say Mitten Reruns? Mitten Reruns. I don't know. Check it out, y'all. Thanks for watching. Of the dawn. Truck camping, probably not. We're going to get out on the motorcycle and we're going to do some other stuff in between here. I mean, who knows? Something could happen and I could have another vehicle here very shortly. Or it might take a little while. I don't know. So, I'm going to spill this if I'm not careful. So, we'll see what happens with that. I keep looking out the window because I got the window open. Usually, you know, it's still light outside. Many times it's dark when I've done this, I guess. Ernesto, I can still go places. I don't think I'd enjoy camping in my backyard at all. Cheers, y'all. Let's open another package here. It's from James C. out of Valley Center, California. And all the, I'm going to cover this all up. All the stamps on there are cool. Yeah, I like those. Like, I'm not a stamp collector by any means, but they're cool to see. You don't see a lot of that stuff anymore because you get stuff from Amazon and things like that. Yeah, those are cool. When was this sent? I feel like some of these came like well over a month ago. This was sent on the 4th of May, so yeah, it's been a while. I have a knife down here anywhere? Dang old dang. Born and raised, any type of camping videos you'd be good with. Yeah. And I keep coming up with like a couple ideas, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have a way to drive myself there right now. Tight, because they'll, some of them isn't places where you're gonna leave a motorcycle sit either. So it's like, all right, that's not gonna work right now. But I'm coming up with different ideas, so that when I have easier access to a vehicle, like we'll probably do some different stuff other than just sleep in my truck. But we got some coffee. There's no note though. Thanks for the coffee. Wake the F up, coffee. It's probably got a lot of caffeine in it. Oh, they make hot sauce too. Dark roasted, extra strong. Mysteriously strong cup of joe. Thanks, James. Definitely give this a whirl. Victor Gale, bicycle in a backpack's not a bad idea. Daniel, I'm from the other verse. I don't know. That's probably the name of something already. Doesn't it say, what was it? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus or something? I don't know. I'm from beyond this world. Yeah, it's hard to watch your truck. Like, I didn't take care of that truck when I bought it. The day I bought it, I got it off the dealership. I bought that new. It's a 2009. I bought it as a leftover in February, I think, of 2010. And drove it straight to my father-in-law's farm and right out of the field, sunk it to the rockers in mud. So it didn't get taken care of very well. So that's the thing, is like, I'd like to start over with something nice and clean and not something that's crusty, and then keep it nicer and not let it get full of rust holes like this one did. So yeah. Lon Bowers, cheers, Lon. Thanks for the donation. I really appreciate it. Lisa Bennett, there's no Uber here. I live in a small town. I don't know, maybe you can get an Uber to come here? I doubt it, though. Brian, thanks for stopping in. Mexican Bandito. Hola, my friend, I'm good. Could be better with my truck, but such is life, you know? You can't sit there and think about it. Victor, so I didn't undercoat it or have it treated until it was already too late. And I didn't clean, like, I didn't spray the bottom of the doors out like I should have. Like, there was just some stuff I really didn't know I should be doing with that thing. I didn't clean the rockers out. Like, yeah. Lon, I'm not going to sleep in my driveway. I'm good on that. Fight the good fight. Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is that no matter what happens, I'm not going to get rid of it. It might just get shoved in a building somewhere and sit there for 10 years. We'll see what happens. What's the alcohol content of the Twisted Tea? It's pretty high, I think. My wife got it for me, so you can blame her for this one. Maybe it doesn't say. 5%. Not that bad. Flatbed would be cool. So that's the thought is like just shove it away in a building for a while and go back to it and refresh it as a new and different project at some point in the future. But something that you don't need to have be super reliable or get good mileage or anything like that. So, yeah. Jim, I don't know if I'd want to take somebody else's rig like that, but I'm not gonna trade the truck on Esther or Nesto. I'm not getting rid of it. Mud truck, making it a mud truck would make it even worse. Lemonade rum, use the old truck as an Airbnb. Man, if I had a piece of property and I could like do that, clean it up really nice, and just park it there and like set up a nice camping area around it, put a net on the back so like that's just your little sleeping area, but you have a nice like you have a cooking setup or whatever, that would be kind of cool. Get and go, yeah, but still, I'm with trips that I'd like to do with the truck, I'd like to not get 12 miles to the gallon and have to buy premium. Uh, like depending on what I get, because I could be able to run cheaper gas, I could damn near cut my fuel bill in half, which allows me to go farther. So we'll see. Alan, I don't remember the last time I wore my wedding ring. I have one. Winnebago, Ryan. I have my uncle, he worked for Winnebago for a while, and they're like, he was an engineer for them. That would be cool. Like a big driving RV, but once again, I need a daily driver. Chris Smith, see, yeah, is the van still in the talks for 100K? See, that's what's on my mind. If I upgrade the truck, then I won't be able to buy quite as nice of a van, but it's, that's whatever. Um, if I were to fix this, it's still going to cut into that van budget. Uh, so who knows? So I could just buy a nicer van now and let the truck sit. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my hands. James, cheers, James. Sam M, camping in a 2012 Tacoma single cab. So you've got at least a 6-foot bed. That would be cool. I don't know if I could downgrade the room. Dane Boro, how much is the repair? I mean, they're going to have to pull the motor apart, replace stuff. It might need a new head. Like, it could get really expensive really quick. And then right now to get stuff like that and to get quality replacement parts and stuff machine could take quite a while. I talked to like the guy that I'm talking to that would do the work if it would get fixed, said if I were to send that motor out to have it rebuilt properly, it's gonna be like 5 months. So if you do it in house, you could do it in house, but you're gonna spend a lot of money to pay for the labor to have that happen. I don't know if I want to rebuild a motor myself. Like, I'm a bolt-on guy. I can admit that. I could do it if I absolutely had to, but I don't like. That's not something that I want to do. I don't know what I'm doing in that aspect. So, I mean, realistically, you drop a junkyard motor in there, and then depending on what those accessories come with that motor, you're just you know, and you don't know the history of the motor at that time, and that's going to cost you like 3 or 4 grand, probably all said and done, probably closer to 5. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not selling it. Never. John, yeah, but the valve hit the piston and everything else and the spark plug, and yeah, it's no bueno. Hell yeah, I'm not eating any spicy gum this time. Yeah, Dave, it's like, I don't know. I gotta give it a few days and think about it. Like, what, you gotta think about future and longevity and how much you put into something, and is what it is. Gotta let it simmer in my noggin for a few days, you know what I'm saying? I can use my gut as a crate motor, yeah. But a crate motor is still expensive. Like an LS crate motor, you know, that's like $8,000, $10,000. Like that's a down payment on a vehicle. I don't know. Nutty buddy, even if I sleep in a bathroom, don't miss the videos. Uh, I mean, that's a common thing, I think, on the Appalachian Trail. If you're hiking, like people just sleep, there's little bathrooms and stuff. People will sleep in the bathroom, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Ernesto, I'll probably get a dog at some point in the future. Andy, truck prices are going down. They're actually starting to offer rebates, but when you look at a lot of these rebates that I'm seeing, it's like for 5 trucks that are on their lot, that's the only ones that are applying that rebate to, and they're all 4-door, super short bed trucks, and it's just like, cool. The market is not good for trucks that really, really need to be trucks, I guess. Ben from West Virginia. Hello, Ben. Paul's Life wins the zip line part 2 video. Uh, that was a good one. Pammy, yeah, gotta be rust free. Why don't we open this last package down here? It's from Anthony W. From Ord, right here in Nebraska. Nutty Buddy, yes. I mean, that's an option. Definitely an option. It's also kind of the worst time of year that this is happening because it's a lot easier. I feel like it's easier to camp in a tent in the winter and warm it up than it is to go like tent camping in the summer because it's hot. Oh, we got some sunflower oil. Simply Sunflower. Oh, I think somebody said they were going to send this. Is this made in Nebraska, maybe? Should read the note. Oh, I met these guys. So it was the trip. Gosh, I was on a motorcycle, wasn't I? I'm tripping. No, I was not on my motorcycle. That was the trip where I went out west and we rode in, dude, side by side. I met these guys at a gas station. It was great meeting you in Loop City. Here's some of the Simply Sunflower cooking oil out. Our cooking oil. It's made here in Central Nebraska, North Loop. If you find yourself in the Ord area, give a shout out. We camp year round and have some fun spots that are not open to the public. Hope you enjoy. And I've got their contact information. Yeah, I met these guys at the gas station and took a picture with them. And they were like, our kid's going to be really jealous. They were going to his track meet or something like that. They were on a motorcycle. That's what was like, where did I go on a motorcycle recently? They were on their motorcycle. And they said they were going to send me some of this. So it was great to meet you guys. We just got stuffing here. We'll have to use some of this. So I guess this is made right here in Nebraska. You guys want to hear from Ted? Everybody wants to hear from Ted. Ted's got the cornboy hat on. Why don't we could switch hats for the evening? Give Ted this one. I don't know if it'll stay on Ted's head. Oh, where's the button at? I hit the wrong side.
Oh, fuck that. It's been 4 years, Johnny. You and me have been together for 27 years. Where's my ring? Huh? Where's my ring, asshole? Where's my ring, motherfucker? Put it on my fuzzy finger, you fuck. Come on.
What else you got to say, Ted?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you sewed me up, you put some of the stuffing in the wrong places, so I'm a little fucked up. But will you take care of me forever and ever?
I don't know. This is from a movie if you guys don't know.
I'm just kidding you. I thought it'd be funny if you thought I was fucking retarded. You ever hear a Boston girl have an orgasm? Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Harder! Harder! Oh, God, that was so good. Now I'm gonna stuff my fucking face with Pepperidge Farm.
It's a Mark Wahlberg movie.
Well, you never should have trusted me. I'm on drugs. All right, come on, let's sing the thunder song. When you hear the sound of thunder, don't you get too scared. Just grab your thunder buddy.
Shout out to old Greg's, my thunder buddy.
Words. Fuck you, thunder. You can suck my dick. You can't get me thunder, cause you're just God's fudge.
That's all he says. Yeah. Yeah. Ted's rad. Cornboy hat. The part with Flash Gordon in the movie always cracks me up because it's like, for whatever reason, I never remember that part happening. Like, as I'm watching the movie. Yeah. Timothy Wickberg, sidecar camping with a motorcycle would be awesome. And then you could take a dog with you if you wanted to. I don't think, I mean, I'm sure there's a way I could attach a sidecar to my bike, but I don't know if I'd want to necessarily do it with that one. And I'm kind of surprised that most people don't, like Harley doesn't make a sidecar for anything anymore. I don't know what the last year that they made it was, but yeah. I don't know what I'm doing for the 4th right now. Probably, you know, just family stuff. We'll see what if I do anything for a video. Like, I mean, light off some more fireworks. I did a little bit last night. Andy Ramey, tent camp on the boat, but I don't have any way to get the boat to anywhere. I don't have a vehicle, so. Paul's Life, I think the P.O. Box stuff is in the description, maybe? Yeah. P.O. Box is listed in the description down there. Fireworks at the farm, we might do that. We'll be back to making videos. Making magic. I saw that you went out with your dad. Tell him I said what's up. Simon Woodings, a trip out of the USA would be cool. But like all that stuff costs a lot of money, and I got to put it into a vehicle. So some of that is like it's just I don't really know what I'm gonna do right now. Ben Moore, we'll definitely get back to doing the 110 videos. We're doing more of them. I got some cool camera gear today in the mail, which is what I've been kind of waiting for to do more bike camping vids. Came today, so that's gonna make the riding videos much better, and it'll make the 110 videos really cool. And I'm trying to convince Greg that we need to like build a real track out there, because basically that's just like what his kids have made, because his stuff just got running. But we're maybe we'll put something in, got some little whoops and some berms and things like that, and then we're definitely gonna take that camping once we have the ability to take it with us. So yeah, wasabi's good, Jeanette. I love wasabi and like I love sushi. I should try to make sushi myself sometime. Live in large outdoors, strap the yak on the Scion and go fishing. The entire roof on that thing is glass, so I would have to get crossbars. I wouldn't strap it down to the glass. It's like you have the windshield, the front piece in front of the sunroof is glass, that is just like a piece of glass over the metal. Then you have the sunroof, then you have the second sunroof, so that's separated there, and then it goes straight into the rear window glass. So the entire thing is glass from the bottom of the windshield to the bottom of the rear window. I don't know if pool noodles would be enough. I wouldn't want to put that pressure on there. Both my kayaks are like, I think they're both like about 70 pounds. So they're big. Ellie, yeah, she picks out really good sheets. Crafts for others. Have I had hot mustard? I don't know if I've actually had it, but I think there's some down there. I've got a bunch of stuff that was sent in on the last live stream that I just have not been able to use. Like I've got that big grill that was sent, and I was taking that with me on the trip, and I can't carry that thing on a bike. So, yeah. Live in large outdoor, borrow old Greg's Ford. Yeah. I wouldn't want to put that many miles on it, and that's his, like, he just uses that for a work thing. So, Lance Eastridge, you just bought a 16 Scion. That's a good deal. They're fun little cars. I enjoy them. The hatchback is cool. They've got, for what it is, they've got enough power. But I love the fact that it's the hatchback with the fold down seats. Like, it's just a fun little car to drive around. Perfect little thing. Nutty Buddy, pull the boat with the 110. I don't think that would work. I have looked at trailer hitches for the Scion, but I don't think it's probably a good idea to pull the boat with that. Live in large doors. You had an XD. I think an old school XB would be fun to try to camp in, like the old toaster looking ones that were really square. That would be cool. Victor, rent a U-Haul. Yeah, I could do that. I thought about renting a vehicle for a few days and going somewhere. GMC Sierra wouldn't be bad. How's my gummy leg now? I mean, I still got a steel rod in my leg, so, but it's all right. Nutty Buddy, all good ideas start by not being good. I mean, that, to a point, you're correct on that. That's for sure. Killing Echo, I don't know what your deal is. You can. It looks good. Looks good for my house. You might need to turn your quality up. 720p is more than plenty. Pop-up camper would be cool. I don't know. Live in large, a Home Depot truck. Yeah, but they don't let you rent that thing overnight. At least the ones in our area, like we have a Menards, and like you can't have it overnight. Dr. Phil, happy Friday to you. Making magic before the end of July? I don't know. Here or there? Like, I don't know if I'm going to make it there. But I might be in Milwaukee in mid-July. I don't know. Crash for others, an A-frame camper. Yeah, I mean, all these campers would be cool, but I don't have anything to pull a camper right now, so it doesn't matter. Dreadwolf? I don't know if I'd diesel swap it. I mean, that's just... It's cool, yeah. Like, I would do it at that, but is it the smartest choice for me to do something like that? I don't know. And it'd have to be an older diesel. I mean, it would be cool. Randy, do a backpacking trip. Yeah, although, like, around here, if I get dropped off somewhere, there's really only a couple of places that actually have like backpacking sites and trails and things like that. There are other places that I could go, but well, it's not a terrible idea. There are a couple other places I could probably go. Timothy, no, she doesn't want to be on camera. TK, does this 18? Yeah, that was at the farm. So I could go up there and camp out, but it's just like there's one tree line in a cornfield. So it's not like there isn't a ton up there to do. And I've done a video sleeping in the cornfield too in the truck. So the dog sled team pulling a pop-up. There's no, well, I guess if you had it on wheels. Eight-foot bed on something, yeah. If I get a truck, like, I really want an 8-foot bed. Victor, it's been like in the 90s, upper 80s, lower 90s. Archer from New Zealand. Happy Saturday, man. Timothy, yeah, that's a good idea. I've got a spot for that, actually. Maybe I could do that this weekend. Yeah, we'll see what we get done. Namzi, we've talked about the truck a lot already. It's not coming along well. 808, you sound like an idiot, man. I don't expect anybody to buy me a new truck. Yeah, it's been very hot. It's been very humid. Yeah, that's the plus side about a van, 4x Angler. You get more space, and it is taller inside of a van, typically. I mean, you can buy a taller topper, but then the cab isn't the same height. Yeah, summer is here. Kayak camping, Limitless Media. I don't have a way to get a kayak anywhere right now. Andrew, I don't know. I mean, the van entirely depends on what I decide to do with the truck. So I don't know. Gotta do something. Keith, but then I gotta buy a Harbor Freight trailer, and I have a trailer that sits in my driveway already. It could probably pull that trailer if it had to. Wouldn't be able to go very far with it. And there's only there's only one place to kayak camp right around here where I could have the car long enough. You know, the wife has to have a car for work. Yeah, Flip, sponsors require contracts. So I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't just want to, like, I don't know. I don't like to be a salesman, so it would really depend on the contract. Justin Johnson, first camping trip and what got me into camping. Man, we went camping when I was a kid. I can't remember what was probably my first camping trip, but growing up, we would go camp a lot of weekends in the summer. My uncle had a sailboat for a while at a lake a few hours north of here, and they had it in a slip, so we would go sailing and, like, you know, and they had a, you know, couple of kids, so the cousins were there. We were about the same age at the time, but that was like I remember being out there when I was like 8 or younger, 6, 5, I don't know, really young, and we did that a lot till I was probably like 12-ish. So we camped a lot growing up. And then I did a lot of motorcycle camping and stuff like that, and we moved into a truck. And then I just do truck camping a lot. Bill, we'll get out there on the bike. I just haven't been, like, I honestly haven't been in the mindset to go camp right now because of this crap that's going on. And now once I've figured out finally what's wrong with the truck, we can move forward, and I don't know, haven't been vibing with it. Extreme roof camping. Broke royalty, cheers. Living large, that's a good idea, and I've thought about doing that. An inflatable, like, boat to hang out on that. Texas, I do not like Bloody Marys. I don't like tomato beer or anything like that. Making Magic TV. I'll get back out there at some point. Oh, Tekka, yeah, we gotta do some more fishing too. Formula Drift is on, huh? Josh, run over a few cars first. No, it's just gonna get parked in a building and sit. Texas proud. Do I like pickles? I'm Pickle Rick. Pickles are good, man. I enjoy pickles. I rarely just, like, eat a pickle out of the jar or anything like that, but pickles are good. They're always like a little treat on your plate when they give you a little pickle wedge, because it's, you know, I don't know. I don't ever have anything like that. Country Witch, thanks. Somebody sent this in a long time ago. Oh, corn cobs on there. Yeah, Nutty Buddy, it's not the most enjoyable experience to do. So it's somewhat harder to be motivated to do that. And it gets really humid here in the summers. And I gotta be able to enjoy it to want to do it, kind of thing, you know? Diamond Lose Fireworks, thanks, man. Kyle the Killer. Already on day. Yeah, I like corn. I mean, it's kind of what Nebraska is known for, corn. Michelle, have a great night. Cornhead. Yeah. I'm like one of the original Children of the Corn. Where did that even take place? I think that was in Iowa, wasn't it? Children of the Corn? Was that an Iowa farm where the movie took place at? I don't know. It's got the juice. Mosquito made, mountain made vans. lot of like any of the pre-made vans are that's out of my budget. That would never happen. But I'll look it up because it's always cool to see what they do. Mountain-made vans. Treehouse would be cool. Yeah, Poker John. I thought it was Iowa. I can't say the last time I've watched Children of the Corn. I don't know if I've even ever watched that all the way through. I mean, pretty sure I was pretty young when that came out. But Hornick, Iowa. Wonder if is Hornick, Iowa a real place? If it is, that'd be somewhere to visit and go see if you could find some of the spots. I'm pretty sure Field of Dreams is fairly close in Iowa. Hornick. Making magic, I understand, man. I'd be scared to drive all the way with anything I got right now, although the car would probably make it. But I'll get out there one of these days. You gotta find an island or something we can go out to. I don't know if there's anything like that off that area. That would be cool. I think I've watched a few Kent outdoor videos, Grady. Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? Originated in Gatlin, Nebraska. Did I miss something? The film was shot in Hornick, Whiting, Salix, and Sergeant Bluffs. Oh, so it was shot all over, which isn't surprising, I guess. It'd be cool if you could actually find the old farmhouse, but it's probably been a while. So I'm guessing that house does not look the same. Misty Wilson? I mean, it's set in Iowa. No, I don't think it's Nebraska. There is a movie, Nebraska, if you guys have never seen that, which shows some of downtown Lincoln. And then I'm sure it was filmed in other places, but... Right, yeah, we're going to definitely do that. Kyle the Killer. Just trying not to be incredibly irresponsible and impulsive. And buying a brand new mini bike like 2 days before I figure out what's wrong with my truck was probably not the smartest choice that I could have made, but hey, it is what it is. That thing's fun. Willie walks. Maybe we just need to wander down to the creek and do a little bit of fishing down there. Ah, the short story of Children of the Corn was set in Nebraska. I mean, that would make sense. Fellowship with the Pivotal Monarch. I watch comic movies. Did I watch everything? You might not have seen the videos where I've watched comedy movies, I guess. I don't know. Well, if the original Children of the Corn by Stephen King was the story was Gatlin, Nebraska, that's cool. Maybe there's something about the history of it there. The Baird has landed. Cheers, man. Thanks for the donation. I don't have a drink out here. Living large outdoors. Go noodling. I don't know if I... Like, obviously somebody would have to take me because I have no idea what I'm doing. And I wouldn't do that by myself, dude. If I filmed that, like, that would be great because I'd be screaming like a girl the entire time. Like, I ain't gonna deny it. That would be freaky. I mean, maybe after the first few times you get a handle on what you're doing, but dude, that shit sounds scary. I ain't gonna lie. Like, something's gonna bite me. I don't like water that I can't see the bottom of anyways, like being in the water if I can't see the bottom of it. I don't know if anybody else is like that. Like, I'll go swim, I'll go jump in the lake, I don't care. But you always get that little feeling of the willies, like you don't know what's actually down there. And I know I fish, so I know there's most places there's nothing that's gonna hurt you. But like shoving your hand in a hole and like sticking it in a catfish's mouth, like I don't know. That girl Hannah Barron, like she's way more of a badass than I am. I give her props. Lisa Bennett, Cocaine Bear. I have not watched that movie yet, so we'll definitely check that out for a video. I've been wanting to watch it. Hot challenges while on a camping hiatus. Maybe we could do something like that. That's not a bad idea. We were gonna get back to camping, guys. It's just been everything's been a mess right up over yonder. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what I'm doing right now. I don't want to spend the money on a new vehicle. I don't want to put thousands of dollars into that truck for repairs. Like, you know what I mean? The older I've gotten, the less I like spending money on those things. And my wife and I talked about it the other day. Like, if this was, 10 years ago, man, we went through a few new cars. Like, I had a brand new Evo that I think I kept 10 months. Like, terrible choice. I love the car. We had fun with it. And there's been a couple other vehicles that I'll like went and bought a brand new vehicle, kept it for a year, traded in on another new vehicle, kept it for 10 months, and it's like you get older and you realize how much money you wasted on shit. So trying to make just a responsible decision, trying to be an adult. Yeah, Vern 76. I don't. That's another thing. There are snapping turtles in there, so like I would have to go with somebody. They're sticking their hand in there first, verifying what's in there, and then I'll stick my hand in there and pull it out, and I'll still scream like the diet. I'm sure. David Rusky telling a campfire story. Like I can't write a story. Most of my stories that would be entertaining are probably not YouTube appropriate, so that's not gonna, Victor Gale, what's the biggest fish in our area? Flathead catfish, probably, that you can just go catch on kind of right now, maybe. I don't know where to catch those big guys, but like these dudes are pulling out like 50-pound flatheads. Maybe I could hook up with somebody that can do some of that. I don't think any of the sturgeon around here get that big, and they're harder to catch, and then one of them is an endangered species. You can get some fairly large northern pike, but like it's kind of hard to do a little bit more of like the northern pike or anything like that around this area, because the lakes get fished a lot harder. But like flathead catfish that you can go river fishing, that's probably the biggest fish you're going to catch around our area. So, yeah. Ryan, yes, I fully understand that. But how much do you want to stretch yourself every single month to make a payment on something if you go that route, Because that's responsibility, and I don't like responsibility. I mean, not in that format. And then, it's just that takes away from the ability to do other things. It's been, we haven't had a car payment for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. How long has it been since we've had a vehicle payment? She might have her headphones in, probably.
I don't know, maybe
2018?
probably 18, yeah.
Probably since 2018. So, when you don't have one for so long, it's hard to get back into one. But it's inevitable at some point, Anybody a new truck 1 day a month? You're making way more money than I am to make your truck payment in one day. Hoteca, yeah. Don't get in over your head, and a lot of people do. Refuel wellness, is it a better option though? It's 217,000 miles, full of rust. That's a short. I feel like that with where that thing is at now, that's a short-term fix. And is that money better spent into a long-term, better thing that's going to last 15 more years? I don't know. Darren, what's the biggest fish I've ever caught? Probably a northern pike. I think the biggest catfish I've ever caught was only like 11 pounds, so I haven't caught any very big catfish. The video of me catching the northern pike is on the channel. Was that with dude on his boat, central Nebraska? It's an old video. I think it's me in the thumbnail just holding the fish up. I don't know. Here's a picture of it maybe on my Instagram too. Living large. Cheers, man. I knew a guy from Wakefield years ago. His name was Kelly. Big dude named Kelly. So if you knew a big ass dude named Kelly, I knew Kelly. Timothy, what kind of video gear do I use? This is my phone, but I've got a Sony ZV. It's not a ZV-10. Maybe ZV-E10, something like that. And then I use a GoPro every once in a while, but I did get a new camera and some camera gear today, but it's still it's a 360 cam, which I have not used yet. But I only film in 1080. I'm not 4K. Takes a long time to to do stuff with big files, so maybe one day we'll upgrade to some 4K and better equipment. But lately, like, I've had some issues with my microphone. I don't know. I thumbed a bunch of bad buttons on that camera and kind of screwed up some settings. I'm finally getting them back in line. But, oh, Chris, Wakefield FA. Cheers, anyways. There's a Wakefield here in Nebraska. Ethan, man, what's up? Just hanging out. Darren, yeah, new heads, new all that stuff. I don't know. The thing is, if I put a bunch of power into that truck, and I was talking to my mechanic about putting a 6.0 or a 6.2 in, and he's like, your transmission's going to blow up if we put a 6.2 in there. He said, everybody that I talked to, they're like, man, I can't believe you never had any transmission problems. I'm like, I know, but that just means it's going to really happen one of these days soon. Yeah. Man, I'll get out there making magic. One of these days, I'll get back out there. If you guys watched the California videos from, that's 2 years ago now. There's some videos with me and making magic fishing out there. His dad took me to a car show one day while he was at work. It was pretty rad. And then he took me up the side of a mountain. We went down through Pismo, was it the Pismo Beach Pier and all that? So guys can go back and check out the California videos with that dude. ADHD driven. Do I do any hunting? I have not. I do have a bow over here, and it was something that I've been wanting to get into. And I think it was last year, the guy that was going to take me bow hunting, his property to use for hunting that he had permission to use got taken away, and it just kind of didn't happen. And I don't really have the appropriate gear for it. I have a bow, and that's it. I don't have any kind of camo or any of that kind of stuff. It's not something that I grew up doing. We did some fishing growing up. Fishing and camping, surprisingly, my dad never took us hunting because he was in the Air Force. He knew how to shoot a gun appropriately. It's just not something that we grew up doing. Aluminum foil on the rust. I've never heard of that. Nutty Buddy, I don't know how long I'm going to take to do the decision. I'm waiting to hear back from a couple of different people to see if there's the possibility of making something happen in a different fashion. So we'll see what that happens with that. I'd love to come to Texas this year. Yeah, Raymond, it would be, yes. Still a big business expense. Yes, I have hee-haw cord on my hat. Lisa Tremor, like an F-250 Tremor would be cool. They've got a Ranger Tremor here in town for sale, but the bed's too short, so that's not really an option. Tazwater from Michigan, man, what's up? Antoinette, Children of the Corn Revelation is filmed in Nebraska. How many sequels to that movie are there? Refuel Wellness, Yak and Tackle, that's a good idea. Refuel Wellness, I've thought about that. The thing that sucks is the resale value on Wranglers it's good, but it's hard if you're trying to buy a used one. And then if you want a two-door, it's typically harder to find or something like that. I don't know. But if you get a four-door, I could sleep inside a four-door Wrangler. I don't know if I want a Jeep. That's a Mopar product. And I'm not a huge Mopar guy. Josh, we just need to go into a cornfield and watch Children of the Corn. There we go. I could probably make that happen. I don't know how tall a corn is out at the farm. Children of the Corn in the corn. Gotta watch out for them corn spiders, though, boy. Lizette, what's my favorite fast food restaurant? I mean, I love me some Taco Bell, but not exactly the best food on earth. I enjoy Big Macs from McDonald's. I don't know. It's really like every once in a while we'll go to Runza. We've got Runza restaurants in our area. If you don't know what Runza is, but I don't know. I like Taco Bell and Big Macs. Solicit shops for a new motor. Publicity and exposure. You have to approach them with advertising campaigns. You're trying to sell advertising contracts if you're going to go that route. So you have to actually know what you're doing. Ethan, that would be good. April, I've never been an actual fan of Runzas themselves. I don't know what it is about them. Just make me a hamburger kind of guy. But I do enjoy Runza because you can definitely tell that the burgers and stuff that they make there are, it's fresh. Like they actually make the patties and stuff. It's not just frozen, Don't they do fresh, never frozen? I don't know. And then one of my buddy's dads actually owns 3 of them here in the local area. So Runza burgers are great. And they got great crinkle cut fries. Darren, thanks, man. CRF 250X. Yeah, that does happen. That's why you always got to have baby wipes in your rig. Alan Willems, where did I get the trucker hat that I wear in my videos? I don't know. I guess it's a trucker hat. There's a local like outdoor place called Shields here in Nebraska. They probably have a few other stores in the Midwest, but SCHEELS is where I get them. And so I imagine if like you went to a Shields, I think they have them in Minnesota or maybe South Dakota. Like they're gonna have South Dakota hats, but they just have some different stuff like that there. They do have a website. The Bear, yeah, we're gonna go out on the bike. Kind of sucks right now because my exhaust was busted, and now it's super quiet and sounds dumb. And then the exhaust on my chopper is broken. Like, all my shit's half broken. My boat doesn't run. Everything I have is like half broken. Sweet. Judy from Australia. Cheers, Judy. OG Bean. Cheers. Chad, what do I get at Taco Bell? I'll get anything there. Like, I'll eat their whole. I could sit down and eat dang near their whole menu. Chili Snake. Yeah, Shields, it's a nice store. I get a lot of my fishing stuff there. I do buy some camping stuff there. We did just get an REI locally. It's our first REI in this spot, so I've been buying camping gear there. But Shields is a great spot. And yeah, they sell cool hats and stuff like that that's themed, or that's, like supports the state that they're in. Sean, yeah, you definitely got to get the loud pipes. And I drilled the inner baffle out. It's not quite loud enough, so I could drill the outer baffle out, but then it's just literally like the whole thing is just this big 6-inch straight pipe, or I don't know, 4-inch probably. Probably needs some sort of baffle in there, but we'll see. I mean, it doesn't hurt the fact that I can go camping with it, but it's not as cool. I can't be that dumbass at a stoplight revving at people. I don't do that anyways. Wild reaction. I haven't started that boat in a year. Lisa, I can't remember the last time I had a Five Guys burger. But we do have, I think, we still have a few in the area. I enjoy, like, what Noodles and Company usually has some good stuff. I don't know if I would consider Noodles and Company fast food. It's kind of like semi-fast. Lisa McThorne, what is the poster behind you a picture of? If you're talking about this one, it's a painting my brother did years ago. It's like, I'm pointing at this, trying to show you. The light, it's getting darker down here, but it's like a distorted face. So there's a face here, that's a cigarette. Like the eyeballs, he's wearing glasses, and then his head kind of goes over there. And then the body portion wraps around kind of up there. Although I don't think you guys can quite see the entire thing. My brother is a very good artist. This was something he did, I believe, in junior high or high school, like 20 years ago or more at this point, probably longer than that. But you can check out David Quady art on Instagram. Is it David Quady _art? I don't know. Search David Quady. There's another one over here that you guys can't see. This I know is 100% a either junior high or high school thing, and he doesn't really do anything like this right now. He does like really, really real portraits. It's all painted stuff, so you can. I think this had like stuff glued on, and then he painted over different things, but it's pretty cool. I had him at it. When he becomes a millionaire painter, I've got one of his very early original works. Yeah, now his stuff is all like, I don't know if I can link his Instagram on here, if I can even find it. Corey. Cheers, Corey. Thanks for the donation. Let me see if I can pull that up and like drop it in the comments. I don't know if I'll be able to do so. Because I don't think I'm logged in on here. Nope. Oh, here we go. If you guys want to check him out or follow him on Instagram. There it is. He's also got like a website and stuff that he sells some reprints on, and all of that. I do not know sign language. I mean, the Baird have landed some glamping. Well, I recently did a couple of cabin videos. The last one, like, they literally call them glamping cabins on the website, but Mexican Bandito Patron. Well, I don't know if he would respond to any message from me, honestly, and that's up in Canada, so like the getting it to each other, like that would be a, I don't know, it'd be a cool thing to do, but Gary, what did you name the raccoons in the canoe? It's Randy and Mr. Leahy, or it's me and my wife, whichever one you wanted to say, but yeah, the gas station was cool. And 6 from Brazil. Cheers. I got one cerveza left in here. We'll drink on this. Darren Jones, I enjoy some cornhole, yeah. Pop Hops, we're back to the regular schedule, I guess, of every 3-day uploading. So there'll be a video out on Monday. And we're definitely gonna go camping and whatnot. But there might be a lot more random stuff right now until I figure out over the next few weeks what I'm going to do. Or if something happens, like who knows what I'm going to do. Could have something in a week. Gene Taylor, it's you and Randy because you both like your food. But I'm not out there hooking for cheeseburgers. Refuel wellness, sell the house, and buy a new truck camper. The wife's not going to go for that one right now. I'd have to start an OnlyFans and start selling feet pictures or something to make enough money to do that. Base, what it do, man? Big Al. I ain't about bears, dude. I don't think I've ever seen an actual bear in person, but I'd rather not die. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna ever happen. Lizette Lopez, ever heard of Sasquatch? Yeah, there's a video where we went to a Sasquatch museum. Or I don't know if I call it Bigfoot in the videos, but it's like in the title, you can find that one. Astro Bob, cheers, man. Thanks for the donation. Chad, find a yurt to stay at. That's the bummer part. This trip that I was going on, the first location where we were supposed to stay, I was supposed to stay with my wife at outside of the Overland Expo. We had rented this big ass yurt to stay in. And so she gets there because she was in a truck with her dad. We were a few hours apart. And she gets there and I think she only stayed in it one night by herself. And then she canceled the reservation and just stayed with everyone else. But yeah, I was supposed to have done that already. Nick B, I don't think I've ever actually seen a UFO while I was camping. I did a stealth camping video. It's an older one, fairly locally here because one of the police officers from like, I think it's back in the 50s or 60s, claimed that he saw one. And like he was a military guy. There was a big story about it. I read through some of the original documents in the video. So you can scroll back and back and back and find that one if you'd like. David Rusky, have I experienced anything while camping that I couldn't explain? I don't think so. I mean, you'll hear random strange noises and things like that, but like I've never had that feeling that I needed to leave because something was really wrong. Like, you know, if you get that weird feeling, but no. Nope, the worst thing so far is just the mouse that got in. Feather from you, cheers, Feather. Darren Jones, what's my favorite movie? I don't know if I have a specific favorite. I don't have like super favorites of anything. I don't know. It's real that like those questions are really hard to answer. I feel like it kind of depends on your mood, and I don't know. I like a lot of movies. I watch a lot of movies. C Watts, what's my favorite YouTube channels? I watch Ricer Miata religiously. He's like far beyond what I, you know, it's completely different than what I do really. Um, so I watch him very regularly. Cletus McFarland, I watch him regularly too, which is also a car channel. Cletus is or was originally a local boy here. He has since gone to Florida and turned into the biggest drag racing YouTuber on there is, and so I'd love to go down there and see those guys. But I watch a lot of drag racing, like car channels and stuff like that. I don't know. I do watch camping, like I watch Steve Wallace and stuff like that. Taylor Shepard, cheers, Taylor. Thanks for the donation. Pop Hops, I've watched Click. I just recently watched the Adam Sandler movie, Funny People. That was a great one. That was a really good one. Darren, I don't think I've ever had Kobe beef. Trent Schaefer, is that my Cypress Hill hat? It's the wrong kind of plant on it. It's for Cypress Hill, but I do enjoy some Cypress Hill. Living Large, yeah, I watch some Fishing with Norm here and there. Pretty sure I'm subscribed. Yeah, I'm subscribed to his channel. AO Fishing, like there's a lot of people that I watch. I watch Flair fairly regularly. Flair is also a local guy, and he's been like I've watched him for years and years. 1320 Video, which is a car channel, I've been watching them for like 10, 12. I don't even, they used to be called Heidi Ho Productions or something. He sold DVDs. But he's local, and he's like, that's a huge drag racing channel. But like that's off topic for what I do, so I don't know. Big Al, bummer. There's free movies on YouTube, but like I'm guessing if you don't have the YouTube Premium, there's probably ads throughout the entire thing. But there's movies on here. I pay for YouTube Premium because I can't stand watching mid-video ads, which is why I don't put them in any of my videos because I don't want you guys to have to watch those. But if you pay for Premium, it's nice because you don't see any ads at all. And the creator still gets revenue, so yeah, if you guys can afford YouTube Premium, I would recommend that to you. And you also get like YouTube Music, which is basically like Pandora or whatever. You can download stuff and listen to it offline and all of that. So it's a YouTube Music is a separate app, but you get that with YouTube Premium. So if you can do that, I would recommend it. Like yeah, around here, like I'll watch Netflix really randomly, but like if I'm sitting down and watching them, you know, something on the TV, I'm on YouTube and I'm watching YouTube videos. So I rarely like watch anything like that, like Netflix or movies, unless I'm out camping, and then I'll download a movie and watch it there. Every once in a while, I'll watch a movie at home, but most of the time I just watch YouTube videos. Lisa, I've watched like one episode of Yellowstone. And I would probably watch the entire series, but I don't know if I've got, was it on Paramount? I don't know if I have that. I don't think we do. I haven't had an antenna TV in a while, Big Al. Yeah, there's free apps out there you can use to watch videos. A lot of them you're going to be stuck with some ads here and there, but there's definitely free apps out there that you can use to watch a lot of movies. Nick B, what kind of motorcycles do I have? I've got a 2012 Dyna switchback, so it's got the bags and the fairing on it. I have a 2012 Sportster that I cut in half and is now in a rigid frame. And then I just bought a 2023 CRF 110. Joe Province, people still do jailbreaks on stuff like that. I guess I watched the homie do it once, and that's how we watched Yellowstone. I was with Mike, and we watched Yellowstone with a jailbroken Fire Stick on a hotel TV in somewhere in Minnesota or something like that. Darren, yeah, the dirt bike was fun, dude. I'm super excited to get back out on that thing. Uh, if I had it here, I'd probably be ripping it around in my backyard, and my neighbors would hate me. But I'll definitely take it for a rip around town or the neighborhood here once we get it here. But can't get pulled over by the police, you know? You jailbroke your toothbrush. Lizette, I've been eating leftover pizza. So I'm gonna have leftover pizza and then maybe a bowl of cereal at like 1 in the morning. That's my usual schedule. Like, dude, I'll eat a bowl of cereal. I don't ever eat bowl of cereal for breakfast, but I'll eat it at like 2 o'clock in the morning. That's when I have my bowl of cereal, then go back to bed. Yeah, pizza, leftover pizza. I'm a big pizza guy at home. Pizza's hard to make camping, and I've done it a couple of times. I mean, if you make it from scratch, there's quite a bit that goes into it. You can take a frozen pizzas and do that, but there's also the aspect of YouTube where I don't want to exactly try to do the same thing over and over and over and over again because I do that enough as it is. But at home, I eat a lot of pizza. Frozen pizzas, ordered pizzas. Pizza's good. Solid Mango 3342. How about that submarine? Yeah, everybody's probably heard about the Titanic situation in the submarine. It sucks. Obviously, people lost their lives. The news is, things are saying that it probably wasn't as safe as it possibly could have been. You also have to. They made the personal choice to go down there and do that. But they were hoping for the best, as anybody does when they go to do those things. So it's kind of a bummer. I mean, it is what it is, man. No guts, no glory, I guess. There's kind of that to it also. Yeah, I guess I don't know exactly who was in it or their full history. But, yeah, no guts, no glory. If there was somebody on there that was against their free will, that does really, really suck. But you got to push your boundaries too. Like, in every aspect of life, if you're not pushing your boundaries, then you're not growing. Things probably weren't going well for them, but yeah. If it imploded, they didn't feel it anyways. With the quickness and the pressures that happened down there where they were at, hope for the best that they at least didn't feel it or have any idea what was happening. You would hope that it imploded before they had to sit on the bottom for 48 hours or whatever. Yeah, hopefully they didn't suffer. Pop-Hops, anything that I've ever done while camping that you'll never do again while camping. I don't know, maybe, but those things are probably not appropriate to talk about on video. All right, guys, we're to the bottom of our beer here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and close this one out. I appreciate everybody tuning in. We're back to the regular uploads. The next video will be on Monday. I have no idea what it's going to be. Probably a motorcycle camping video, but I've said that a couple of times already. But we know what's wrong with the truck. We know we got to spend a bunch of money no matter what we're going to do. Probably not doing the one chip challenge again, Darren. So it might take a few weeks for me to get all of that sorted out. Could happen quickly. I don't know if I'm doing a truck, a van, or anything like that. Have not decided. Need to take some time and think about that because you know, either way it's money, and either way it's something that you're gonna try to hopefully keep for another 10 years or whatever, and all those things. Chad, I do watch Outdoor Boys, and prior to that I watched what did he call it? It's not Cats and Carp. I don't remember what his fishing channel was. He doesn't really upload on the fishing channel anymore. Was it Cats and Carp? I think. Anyways, yeah, I watched some of his stuff. Cheers, y'all. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Do cool stuff, especially while I'm having my cool stuff limited, I guess. And have a positive outlook on everything, no matter what you do, if you can, and all of that nonsense. Cheers to everybody all over the place. Call your friends, text your homie, and all the good stuff. Cheers, everybody. I should probably drink the last of this. Y'all have a good night now. Come on back now, you hear? Love you guys.